So important, let's bring in our senior political reporter, Michael Putney, speaking of messaging. So I guess if you were to name a winner, who would it be?
Well, I think that Hillary Clinton had a bit of the edge tonight, but just to follow up on what we just heard from Glenna, who cares about the spin room? I don't care about the spin room. I care about the living rooms of this country. And there, I think this debate probably did not disappoint Americans. There was, I thought, a good deal of meat, a good deal of substance, a real discussion of a few important issues mixed in with personal attacks. Here is one example when the candidates were asked about the state of race relations.
You look at the inner cities, and I just left Detroit, and I just left Philadelphia, and you've seen me. I've been all over the place. You decided to stay home, and that's okay. But I will tell you, I've been all over, and I've met some of the greatest people I'll ever meet within these communities, and they are very, very upset with what their politicians have told them and what their politicians have done.
Mr. Trump, I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And yes, I did. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president.
Hillary Clinton was well prepared, as you'd expect, and put Trump on the defensive from the get-go. He tried repeatedly to throw her off stride by interrupting. It didn't work.
Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. I think it's real.
I did not.
Science is real.
I do not say that.
And I think it's important that we grip this and deal with it, both at home and abroad.
She's a policy wonk. Trump is not, but he's a great salesman. Tonight, the product he was selling was himself.
I think my strongest asset, maybe by far, is my temperament. I have a winning temperament. I know how to win.
So, was there a clear winner tonight? I don't think so, but I would give the edge to Hillary Clinton. She marshaled her arguments like the good lawyer she is. He did better than expected, certainly better than I expected. He did not resort to insults. He tried repeatedly to ruffle her feathers, but she refused to be ruffled.
That's very true.
A lot of the analysts are already saying the first 45 minutes was very different than the second 45. I mean, the gloves came off at the end, didn't they?
They did. I thought the first part of the debate where they were talking about trade deals and so on, there was some real meat. There was some substance when they talked about that. As it went on, it got more personal and more back and forth. And I think if there was a disappointing part of the debate, it was towards the end.
Okay, we're not done with it. Michael, thank you. A second debate is a week from tomorrow with the vice presidential candidates in Virginia. And the next presidential debate is just only 5 days after that, October 9th in St. Louis, with Election Day just only 42 days away. So keep it right here for all of your election coverage.